young man who was trying his best to move the nation forward. You went to Daura and brought a man who, after leaving power, after being pursued out of power in 1985, President General Muhammadu Buhari did not relinquish power in 1985. He was dethroned after being removed from power in 1985. From 1985 to 2015, 30 years, this man never wrote a book. This man never went to school. This man never gave a public lecture. This man never even showed you a business he had improved on. This man was in Daura minding his cows. But you people felt that, oh, Jonathan was not playing balls. You went and brought a man that does not understand the current situation of things around the world. Imagine the embarrassment in the US. Immediately after this man was declared the winner of the election, he was asked, oh, by a lady journalist in the US, how are you going to run your government, the inclusiveness? You know what Buhari said? President Buhari said, those that voted for me, I will treat them specially. Those that did not vote for me, I would. Then he divided Nigeria. No, it's not a joke. President Buhari divided Nigeria into 97% and 5%. A president. That was where our problem started. That was the mindset of the man that President of this same Obasanjo brought to us in 2015. So, first of all, before President Obasanjo, because everything he has said, some of us did not only campaign against the emergence of President Buhari, we have kept him on his toes for the past 3 years. So if Obasanjo wants to join the wailing whalers, as they call us, he should take a tag and queue up behind. He cannot, he will not lead this revolution. Because look at it holistically. There is nothing Chief Obasanjo has said that is not true. Nothing. President Buhari doesn't have idea of the economy. It was a calamity to have brought this man to power. It was a mistake. It was an unforgivable mistake to my own generation to have brought a man that is nearing this. I don't understand, to have brought him to power at this age, when presidents are discussing with each other on Twitter, on WhatsApp, when presidents are conversing on social media, when presidents are discussing with the citizenry on social media. You went and brought a man who cannot even understand simple English to come and be president. President Obasanjo and every other person, Pastor Tunde Bakare, Chief Femi Falana, all of them that brought this catastrophe on Nigeria. You know when I said the last time, I said, what Buhari has done, everybody is a victim. Even his party members are victims. Because there is no separate market for APC members. Yeah. There is no market you go to where they will tell you, oh, with your APC card, you can buy rice at 8,500 naira. You can buy fuel at 87 naira. No! Everybody goes to the same market. Obasanjo is affected. Dangote is affected. Everybody is affected. 180 million people are suffering for the decision of people like Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. So yes, Buhari is a catastrophe. President Buhari is a catastrophe. But beyond that, those who brought him to power, there was no way Buhari he could have won the 2015 election. Because all through the campaigns, all through the campaigns leading to the 2015 elections, do you know there was no instance that President Buhari actually engaged the public? You know what you call interactions, engagement, that you're able to ask questions. Because they were shielding him. President Obasanjo cannot tell us that he's just knowing that President Buhari does not have idea or a hold or an understanding of the economy. No! He knew it in 2015. They protected this man from public engagement. They shielded him from people asking questions. We asked them. We took them to court. Where is the result of this man? Where is the WAEC result of this man? Up to today, they've refused to produce that. You brought a man. I mean, how can you look at Nigerians? What hurt me? I don't care if Abga had won. I don't care if Labour Party had won. I don't care. It's not about my party. It is about the fact that Nigeria's progress was truncated. Now, whichever president comes in 2019, it will take us 10, 15, 20 years to rebuild what this man has destroyed. You want to talk about corruption? Let them go back to Daura. Let APC live in 2019. You will understand the corruption that is happening in this government. For the wife of the president to come out and tell you that she doesn't understand what is going on in her government. This presidency has been hijacked. It's simple as that. The wife is complaining. The daughter is complaining. All the supporters are complaining. Dele Momodu is complaining. I mean, people who stood back. Obasanjo is complaining now. But they came late to the party.
There's something about Obasanjo I really would like to talk about. Now, we know how he came out when Jonathan was in power. And what did we see? We saw a public display of how the party card was torn, you know, and everything. Now, people during that period said maybe it was as a result of Jonathan not, you know, playing to his gallery and all that. Now, in this case, wouldn't one say it may be the same thing that's playing out right now? Is it that Buhari isn't playing to his gallery, or is he coming out to say outrightly that there is incompetence, gross incompetence? Is it about being incompetent, or because they are not playing to his gallery?
I'd like us to raise the discussion. People like President Obasanjo should leave Nigeria alone. Please. Do you know what he's doing? He has seen that practically today there is no way Buhari will come back. It's not possible. It is not possible. I said it the last time I was here. If they want to kill all of us, they should shoot us. It is not possible for this government to come back. We will not only vote them back, we will protect every single vote against them. Do you know why? If they want to use the army or the police or security agencies to rig, for goodness sake, those security operatives, do they like the way they are buying rice at 18,000 naira per bag? We are going to bring all the failings and the disappointment that this government is. We are going to put them out on the front burner. Even INEC officials, we will ask them, how much have you been sending to your parents? So forget about rigging. It's not going to happen. Whatever you want, look at what is happening in Benue. How can a responsible government, how can a president that calls himself a democratically elected president not have been to Benue? The first time it was the flood issue. He sent his vice president. On the day men and women were dying in Benue out of flood, this man went to Daura. Now, people are being massacred every day. The president, what is he doing in Aso Rock?
You wouldn't say Benue is on the position.
What is, forget that. You know the problem with the president? The man is clueless. President Buhari is overwhelmed. He doesn't know. What is he doing in Aso Rock? Who is he meeting? So it is okay for the president to be meeting with Southeast political leaders and whatever you call them, while men are dying in Benue, and he has not found it fit. Even as a father, forget as a politician, as a father that has children, you have not found it fit to go to Benue. But you can host men, you can host people, you can send them to Abia. We have a completely irresponsible government. And I say this and I own it. We have a government that is a calamity. A government that should not only be allowed to go out, but should be taken to the International Criminal Court. I am serious. Look at what they've done to Nigeria. They've stagnated us. We have become a laughingstock all over the world. EFCC said they reclaimed some money. Now we're hearing that $500 million that was reclaimed by EFCC has gone missing under this government. A government that is fighting corruption. Several months, almost 1 year, that Babachir Lawal left office. EFCC is ready to arrest him. This government, listen, for me, I wish that the PDP will step up its game. I wish that the People's Democratic Party, the main opposition party in Nigeria, will understand what is called strategically engaging an irresponsible government. Believe me, even if they conduct the election today, APC will not get 10,000 votes. Even their members will vote against them. Because everybody is suffering. Everybody in this government. What has Obasanjo said today that is new? I am more worried about the tone that he's bringing in. He brought in Yaradua. He has always had a hand in who becomes president in Nigeria. And that is a wrong thing for my generation. A man like that should not. He was the one that brought us to this sorry pass. He has always had a hand. And what he does is he gauges the public mood. When he sees where it is swinging, he now comes to the front and owns the drive. No! Mr. President Olusegun Obasanjo, Nigerian people have decided on their own that they will take President Buhari back to Daura. Welcome to the party, but you came late.
All right, we also have in the studio Jide Ojo. He is a political analyst as well. Good morning to you and welcome to Martelisa.
Good morning, Owigo. Apologies for coming late.
All right, apologies accepted. Now we're talking about former President Olusegun Obasanjo's letter to Buhari What exactly would one make of that letter?
For me, it's just contributing to public discourse, and he's saying the minds of millions of Nigerians. But the position is not ingenious to him. It's not the originator. 3 weeks ago, if you go on my Facebook page, Victor Agbinsi and I were on WFM, and we were talking about the election bid of president. And I took that position 3 weeks ago that, look, for me, this man should not run. He has no fresh ideas to give us. And at his age, he should just go and be with his family. 75, that's conservative age. Even, I mean, I consider that he's 75. But must we be ruled by gerontocrats? Virtually everything APC promised us, they failed to deliver. They're just wobbling and fumbling along. Yes, you know, here and there. Growth without development. 7.5 million jobs lost in 2 years, 2016, 2017. Yes, inflation is reducing, but what is the margin of reduction? We are still double digits in inflation, 15-point-something%. Is that something we want to celebrate when you say inflation has reduced by 0.5%? I mean, we are talking of coming to single digits. Look at the interest rate. NPC could not even meet yesterday and Monday because the members of the Monetary Policy Committee that were nominated by the president has not been confirmed by the Senate. And that has caused a dip in the stock exchange of Nigeria because it's a situation where you have a rudderless, you know, they could not form quorum. So one can go on and on. Is it insecurity you want to talk about? I met my colleague talking about the S-men killing in Benue. I mean, it's not even only Benue. We've talked about this virtually every day. Secret killings are still going on. The president is just sending emissaries, and even to worsen the situation, he has to, rather than going to mourn with the people, it's the people that are coming to him. The victims are the ones that are paying him visits, when it should be the other way around. So you know, it depends on which side of the divide, but I'm on the side of the people. If you read my column 2 weeks ago, I said yellow card to APC. These are documented. I'm not a new day convert. It's not like I'm joining the fray. I've already made up my own mind long before now. So Obasanjo is cashing in on public mood. He's gauged it. He knew where the people that... And I think we should run away from one thing, that Obasanjo fostered A, B, C, or D leadership or not. We accepted whoever they presented. In many instances, it's the choice between the devil and the deep blue sea. I mean, Obasanjo's vote has always been one vote. So we can't, you know, it's just when you try to be overgenerous to an individual, you say it's the one that brought a particular president. His vote is just one, and he's not even a member of the. He's not a party agent. It's not. We didn't hear him stuffing ballot box, or you know, he just take his own position. So when we have people that are called influencers, but it's not only Obasanjo that means whoever has been there are voted in. They were all voted in by the people of this country. Mistakenly, rightly, wrongly, we must accept responsibility for the leaders we have produced. And Nigerians have said, they are saying enough is enough. If you have not improved our lot to your tent, O Israel, we cannot continue to suffer and smile, like Fela said years back. Leadership has failed us. And for me, I've said this also, what we have currently is a change of party, but not change of government. So invariably, you have the same old, you know, elite still governing us, and many of them have lost track of modern day leadership requirements. So you can just imagine, even to appoint board of MDAs, it has taken this administration close to 3 years. And even at that, they made they made a mincemeat of even hitting an egg. So much so that they cannot even screen the people that they are appointing. Now they have withdrawn that list almost how many weeks now? We have not seen another list coming out. The month of January is going. So, and these are aberrations when NDAs are not governed properly. The board that are supposed to be policy, that are supposed to shape the policy framework of many of these NDAs, when they are not in place, what the chief executive of those organizations are doing is more like in acting capacity, because sometimes you need those boards to give directive on what needs to be done and what needs to be done. But it has taken this administration 2.5 years, and yet they have not even accomplished that. Look at the social intervention scheme, social intervention program. I saw on TV yesterday they were celebrating 5.2 million children being fed in 19 states. This is about the 3rd year of this administration. They cannot even have a nationwide social intervention scheme. So much so that we are talking of 19 out of 36 states only enjoying homegrown school feeding program. The Empower they talked about, out of the 500,000 they promised since 2016, they've only delivered. Somebody was correcting me. I thought they recruited the last 300,000 last December. Thereabout. He said it's only additional 150,000 that was added to the initial 200,000. So that means we will see only the completion of that Empower in 2019. So you look at the number of people who have lost, not who have gained employment, but who have lost job, 7.something million. Now you are doing Empower where you pay people 30,000 naira in a month, and you cannot even absorb them over a 2-year period. So unfortunate.
We have Elder Emmanuel Okoro also in the studio. We have to try to make it as brief as possible so we can go around everybody before we conclude on the show. Good morning to you, Elder Emmanuel, and welcome to Marjorie.
Owigo, thank you. You know, I was under the weather, so I'm happy that I'm with my family.
Oh.
Thank you so much. I want to really say something, Owigo. Please, ordinarily, the president of Nigeria is our president.
Oh.
And this program is trending internationally. We must be a little bit civilized. We are all angry.
Oh.
But it is our language over our president as an institution is important to me as a member of this community.
Okay.
The issues were raised by our people across the media, and I said it here severally. The problem of the president is bad handling. Those who are managing him. El-Rufai wrote this booklet,
okay,
and why the president failed. In this country, we have the Dr. Tayo Hastrop, the chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. He has organized several seminars, summits, conferences to train those who are working for government to listen to the public and relay it to the policymakers so there be effective answers. I said it here. The Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, is a great failure. Remember?
Yeah.
When the president was sick, he lied to us that the president was hale and hearty. It wasn't Muhammad Buhari who was saying it. It was somebody handling him. My friend Femi Adesina in Villa, we asked him, how you get information from our sick president? He says he gets it from a third party who knows who gets near the president. Now, what Tayo Hastrop has been talking about is citizen engagement. There are 3 citizens here. We are engaging you, you are engaging us, and the public is engaging us all. The president's party in 2015, the APC, voted him into power. Some people who were the wife said it here, and I mentioned it. She said, they voted the party that elected this man, and nobody listened to it. And I said here that this woman is a very brilliant woman. Let us all agree. President Muhammad Buhari is not a failure as a person. It is that the team has assembled.
So you mean those who are around him are the ones who have failed?
They failed. I mentioned here that Audowe, who is Minister of Agriculture, has a pedigree of failure. But if one man is not one tree cannot make a forest. There are certain achievements. For example, this president is a man of integrity. The international community listens to him. What worries us and what worries a lot of people is this. He has been told things and people shield him from hearing. You are hearing me now. If I throw this my pen on you, you will react. But if there's a wall between me and you, you wouldn't even know I'm throwing a pen on you. Our own citizens have complained that the channels of democratic engagement must be on. And my friend Jide talked about the APC, NWC. I'm ashamed that we are still saying that the non-WC of the APC is unable to meet with the president, to meet with the ruling cabal. And my friend here talked about PDP. PDP has humongous deficiencies that may not make them. That's why Obasanjo, whether you like him or hate him, he calls them as he sees them. He says, the PDP is unable. Let us face it. We need a stronger third force to galvanize these our views. PDP has been in power for 16 long years. Let us understand, they made certain achievements. And I pray to God here that they should not die as a political party. But to simply, anybody sitting here, fasting and praying, hoping that PDP will come back and give us a magic, please go back to the PDP headquarters. Look at those 18 men who are there. They have been there before. You don't give what you don't have. The same people who have been in PDP, they are there. We go. Yesterday we saw this guy. He talked about it. So it's not a question of PDP. It's a question of Nigerians really building a better country.
First thing I would like to correct is,
yes,
no human being has the right to tell another person how to express himself.
Yeah.
Nobody. That arrogance should be totally taken off. I'm a tax-paying Nigerian, and nobody, not even the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, can come into the studio to me and tell me this is how I address the President. Do you understand? You are nobody to tell me that.
Okay.
You cannot.
You may be angry, but don't abuse the
You
president.
have no. You are nobody to tell me that. This same APC that called Jonathan hippopotamus, white hippopotamus, you lack the moral. You lack the moral to tell me that. Please, you lack. Please, you are a guest as I am. Take it completely away from your mind that you can tell me how to address the president. This president is a failure, and enough of this psychopathic and calamitous painting of the issue. What do you mean by he organized a useless team? Did you make the appointment for him? If after 6 months, this is the best you can give us, Mr. Man, you are a failure.
Please temper your...
I don't care. Pick me up outside the gate. Arrest me. I don't care. We have suffered enough. 3 years of Nigerians living like victims of war. People can barely feed. You tell me to come to the studio and sound politically correct. As who? This president is going back to Daura. And what we came to discuss is Obasanjo. It is not only enough that we kick this man back to Daura. Nigerians must not allow men like Obasanjo to determine their fate tomorrow. It is not enough for my generation to stop a 70-something-year-old man from being president. This nation must be taken away from the people who have become traditional kingmakers. What is the best that they can give to us?
Let's go back to Letter Prince. Now, former President Olusegun Obasanjo made mention of the need for a coalition movement.
Listen,
now,
that coalition movement, listen, the coalition movement is a very smart way of President Obasanjo wanting to come back to power.
How do you mean?
I'm a strategist. Go and look at all the names that are there. Those are people that are loyal to him. Nigeria does not belong to President Obasanjo. I refuse to accept that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Go and look at all the names that are there. All of them. There are people that have worked under him, that have worked with him. President Obasanjo wants to come back to power. So when you hear a man like that saying, we are giving this one, we are giving that one, did he not study? An elder like Chief Obasanjo, did he not study the person and character of President Buhari before selling it to Nigerians in 2015? Couldn't he have gone for this third force he's going for today? Now, you put us all through this mess, not even in all his words. I've read the 18-page letters. In all his words, not one place did President Obasanjo offer an apology to Nigerians. That is unacceptable, sir. Totally unacceptable. Now, let's discuss the points that the president raised. The main points that concern me, I jotted them down here to come. Poverty. Look around you. There is no kind of business you do that has not taken a hit in the past 2.5 years. Nothing. No, and I don't mean you as a politician. I mean you as a tax-paying, responsible citizen. There is no import business, manufacturing, even farming. There is nothing you are doing that has not been affected. So poverty is rampant. And what they did, I monitored the Anambra election. Do you know people were collecting 500 naira to twist their own vote? Members of a party will collect 500 and vote for another party. That shows you how poverty has been turned into a political weapon by this administration. And if they are open to use that in 2019, they have something else coming. So that's number one that Obasanjo raised, which is a good point, which we've always come here to discuss. Number 2 point that is raised, insecurity and headmen menace. Why is there a shutdown? Where is there a cover-up of the activities of even Boko Haram in the northeast? Why is the media not allowed unfiltered access to give us the true situation of things happening in the northeast? That is number 1. Number 2, this headmen, Fulani headmen massacre that is going on everywhere. It has gotten to a point where an elder statesman in Benue can rise up and tell you we will mobilize 1 million foot soldiers to defend our land. Why? Because the president they thought they voted for in 2015 has not only abandoned them, he has shown implicitly his ethnic bias against them as a people. Not only did he abandon them, because what is going on today in Benue, if only the PDP knew or still understands what being an opposition means, by now, every foreign leader around the world should be talking about the massacre and the ethnic cleansing going on in Benin.
Let's talk with Jide Ojo right now. Looking at this letter of the former president, now do you think that Buhari should heed to the advice of the former president, or will it also be a case of discarding it just like that of his predecessor, talking about former President Jonathan? Well,
that's speculative, it's hypothetical. I did say in the earlier referenced discussion I had on WeFM, where I said, well, I'm offering my own layman's opinion. At 75, he should go and rest. He has accomplished virtually everything. And God has been so kind to him. I mean, this time last year, nobody was even talking about whether he's going to go for 2019. He was wrestling for his life. He came, he couldn't stay 2 weeks or 3 weeks. He had to be flown back. And there were very wild speculations that he's even giving up the ghost. You knew about it. So much so that, this president up till August when he eventually came back, we were praying and fasting that God should grant him, speedy recovery. So, barely 2, 3 months, 4 months after, you are now giving the impression that, and don't forget, it's as a result of this, it seems, and I'm choosing my word carefully, to have had a gentleman's agreement with inner caucus of APC that was going to do one time. That was what also happened in the case. You see, people don't learn from history. That was what happened with the case of Jonathan too. He told some people, including Obasanjo, he was going to do one time, only for him to get to power and say, where is the written agreement? There is what is called gentleman's agreement. Nobody in the presidency has debunked what Ajia Alazan, the Minister of Women Affairs, said. When she said, look, Mr. President, you told us you are doing one term. And that is why we supported you. Now, my principal, Atiku Abubakar, has that impression. And, that was part of the reason Abubakar left APC for PDP. Nobody has said that the president didn't make that commitment. It may not have been public, but he did say, possibly, to some people within the kitchen cabinet that he was going to do only one thing. So why is he reneging on that? That was exactly what Jonathan did that cost him his Waterloo. They printed only one nomination form. All the other people that even paid money, they said, no, there is only one nomination form, and it's for President Jonathan. So at the end of the day, look at the implosion that happened in PDP. So that's why I said what we have is a change of party, not a change of government. So if you get there, after you have served Nigeria as head of state, and now as civilian president, and you want to go for a re-election, over what? What couldn't you do in 4 years that you want to go and do in 8 years? The insecurity is still escalating. Even if we say we have decimated technically Boko Haram, what about kidnapping? What about robbery? What about this S-men killing, where thousands of lives has been lost and many millions of people displaced? The S-men killing is rated number 4 terrorist organization
in the world.
In the world.
Let's talk about Elder Emmanuel. Final words. Final words. Yeah. Final. We're already out of time.
Okay. Well, thanks for giving me this short time. The important thing I think we should realize is that I said the pulse of the nation is that our country needs help. Number one. I am not going to preach for any political party here. I'm only a journalist and a public relations consultant. All I'm saying is, in our country, we have come to a point where, at the crossroads, we need a new thinking that APC and PDP may not provide. That's why I agree with Obasanjo. And my friend here, who's very angry, and I'm also angry, but I'm just being very careful. Obasanjo is our former president. He has more to give than this country can thank him for. Simply sitting here and calling him names would not make him go. He's a statesman of great intellectual height. He has experience.
Does he really have more to give?
Yes, the reason is that he has been the only man that ruled this country 3 different times. You can't throw that experience away. And let me make it clear to Owigo. Obasanjo did not make me vote where I voted. At the time we voted what we voted, we were in a situation where we needed a change. When 25 Obasanjos could not have made me change. But the point I'm making here is, one, we will insist that anybody who comes to power must talk to us. It's not about shouting. It's not about being angry. If I'm angry between now and next tomorrow, the agriculture minister will still be there. The issues they have raised here are genuine issues trending in the polity. And the only way we can give solutions, as John Kerry said before, Nigeria's solutions are within Nigeria. But we need to source the people. I gave you an experience here. After the media organized a get-together, I brought all the SAs, me, Imo Okoro, I brought all the SAs to the governors. I brought them in one hall here in Abuja. I said to them, you people are shielding governors from hearing. They were shocked to hear from great resource persons who said, open up the access so that Nigerians will talk to the governors. You knew when the Minister of FCT, last minister, said that his SAs are liars who should go to prison because he came out and saw the reality. And now you know the FCT minister in Abuja is not happy that Wigo's program, Majalisa, has brought him out to see the dilapidation. He's passed here 2 times on this Abuja road. So, whether you bring 20 Buharis or 1 million Buharis, the one big point, as an IPL leader said, is engage us to those who rule us so they know what are the issues and what the police options are. Right, that's my view.
All right, thank you so much. Prince, final words.
My final words is actually to Nigerians. The time for fear is gone. The time for us to be scared of telling the president the truth is gone. It is also to the media. It is also to civil society groups around the world. The time to fight for the soul of Nigeria is now. We have had enough. EFCC will arrest you. My dad called me yesterday that someone sent him a video that I should be careful I talk to Buhari. And I told him, sir, please, don't ever send me this kind of video again. Sir, please.
Your own father.
Because I know what this party will do. Once you come out and you engage them, how many people can they arrest? The power of intimidation is gone. My challenge today is not to President Buhari and the people in EFCC or DSS or something. They are too small. We have to save the soul of this nation. Everybody should come out. Time for fear is gone. The highest that they can do, they have 13 months. So if they lock you up, it's just 13 months. It's not like 2016 or 2015 when we were scared that we would spend years. No, they have only 30 months to the election. So come out for the soul of, if the president is messing up, he says something about the Monetary Policy Committee. Can you imagine? A sensitive, important committee as that could not sit because one man in Aso Rock chose to disobey the decision of the Senate. That is why the Senate refused to confirm his nominees to the committee. And without a quorum, they cannot sit. Why would this president, why would this single individual run this country down? And people are keeping quiet. Elders are keeping quiet.
All right, thank you so much. Jide, let's have you final words as well.
Again, the choice is with us. 3rd force, 5th force, 24th. Citizen engagement is very key. I agree and line my thoughts with Elder Okoro. What we need is not party. This is bipartisan. What we need is a real change. Change that people can feel that their lives are better, not worse off. Some of us, the few of us that are handling little change, the dependency ratio on us is just so much that we have all been impoverished. So we need a better society. And to get that better society, let's shine our eyes. PVC, go and get your PVC ready ahead of 2019. Right. Go and get it ready and vote your conscience. That's what I will say. Whether it's 3rd, 4th, 10th, 4th, 24th, shine your eyes, assess all the candidates and cast your ballot, not because Obasanjo says so, not because Buhari says so, not because Jide Ojo says so, but because we are convinced we are making the right choice. Because we have to live with those choices that we are going to make in 2019.
Exactly. All right, thank you so much. I must say thanks to my guest today on March. This our time is up already. We have to go. Thanks to our Jide Ojo, political analyst. Also thanks to Elder Emmanuel Okoro. He's a PR consultant with Verbatim Magazine. And also Prince Henry Nwazuruahu, Director of Leadership and Accountability Project, a non-governmental organization and also a member of the PDP. Thank you so much for coming to March today.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having us.
We'll do it again same time tomorrow. March will make a return at the 8 o'clock hour. Thanks to all those who have been a part of it. Many WhatsApp messages. Apologies we cannot take, including the one that says, shame on you or we go, to bring people like that shouting to the studio. No matter the situation, it should be civil. Thank you so much for your message as well. There are many others, but then let's do it again same time tomorrow. Up next will be a message from Bafi Furnitures, and after that...